A man parks his Jeep in his garage for the night. Doors locked, engine off, everything looks fine. That's exactly the moment federal investigators say the danger actually begins. Stellantis just recalled over 1 million Jeep vehicles, and this isn't your typical watch your speed recall. An electrical connection flaw in the wiring for the power steering pump can cause nearby combustible material to overheat, creating a fire risk even when the vehicle is off. Read that again. Off. Parked. Sitting in your garage right next to everything you own. But here's what surprised me digging into this. NHTSA opened an investigation after multiple fire reports and is already aware of 51 fires and 1 injury linked to the defect. That's not a theoretical risk. That's 51 real incidents that triggered a federal investigation. So why doesn't this feel like the recalls you've heard about before? Because most recall warnings tell you to slow down, get an inspection, schedule a service appointment when convenient. This one is different. Owners are being told to park outside and away from structures and other vehicles until the repair is complete. Not drive carefully, not schedule service soon. Park outside, away from your house. Think about what that actually means for someone who just bought this vehicle 18 months ago, expecting a reliable family SUV, and is now being told not to park it in their own garage. Here's where it gets interesting. Most owners won't see this in time. Recall notification letters move slowly. They're mailed, sometimes weeks after the recall is filed, sometimes longer if your address on file is outdated. Which means right now, today, there are Jeep owners parking in attached garages with no idea any of this exists. That's not a knock on Jeep engineering as a whole. Every manufacturer issues recalls, and a wiring fault during manufacturing doesn't mean the platform itself is flawed. But it does expose something buyers consistently underestimate. A vehicle's risk profile doesn't end at the dealership. It evolves for years after you drive it home, and the manufacturers with strong reputations aren't immune to it. So what would you actually do here? Would you keep parking in your garage, betting the letter arrives before anything happens? Or would you go check your VIN tonight before you even finish watching this? Because that's the real takeaway. This isn't really a story about one wiring defect. It's a reminder that ownership doesn't stop being a decision after you sign the paperwork. It's ongoing, and the vehicles that look safest on a spec sheet can still surprise you years later. If you own a Jeep built in the last few years, go check your VIN on NHTSA's site tonight. It takes 30 seconds, and 30 seconds is a lot cheaper than finding out the hard way. And if you've already gotten a recall letter for something like this, drop it in the comments. I want to know how long it actually took to reach you.